What up, YouTube? Coming to you from a lovely, brisk Friday evening at rush hour, which was maybe the worst time to have filmed this, but the reason I'm filming anyway is because my computer is rendering at home. So I thought, why not have a walk up to McDonald's, treat myself while I'm rendering out and the computer is slow. You know, this coming few days I should get another computer to work alongside that one, so when this happens I don't have to grind to a halt. But you know, another few days till I can order that anyway. It's definitely tell just on the road where I've just come from, it was mental down there. There's cars galore. That's why I didn't start recording. I didn't want to start recording on the beat of a car. Still quite busy. Was that because that's one of the main roads coming to the village from the Sheffield direction. Very, very busy. So I expect McDonald's might be a little busy when I get up there. I'm not going to film in McDonald's though. Probably stop filming before I get to the pub. Maybe there's a pub near it. Anyway, but things are going good anyway in the life of Adam, I would say. Overall, rendering out that video, got other projects potentially, you know, working on, lining up. So yeah, feeling pretty good. Feeling like 2026 will be the year that really, you know, all the sacrifices I've had to make this year will pay off. And you know, maybe my work ethic will be better next year. You know, I've not been at the grindstone as much as I could have been this year with the old YouTube endeavour. You know, it was a period where I was sort of distracted writing fan fiction, which is the first time I've ever done it. Sounds a bit cringe, but you know, I mean, if you want to practice writing stories, it's a good way to start because all the characters are pre-made. But yeah, and then Charlie Kirk got shot, so then I came back to making content, like properly as I should have been. But regretfully, I mean, I'll probably not upload as much to this channel next year. I'm going to be doing these videos on a Saturday. I'll upload. Yeah, I'll be talking to the locals around here. I don't think I'll get many people on first attempt tomorrow, or even maybe the next week. But the more I do it, the more people realise I'm there and maybe make a point of coming up rather than just doing it because they're spare. But yeah, I've mentioned other videos. I've got I suppose a sister channel to this where I'm anonymous. I should really be putting my attention into that one. I know that my anonymity will be given up at some point, but you know, it's no biggie. I'd rather be anonymous for as long as possible with the other channel, but it's inevitable that at some point you're going to get doxxed in this day and age. Well, it's such a weird thing, isn't it? I mean, why? What difference does it make what your identity is? Either the things you're saying are true or not. If it's true and it's just inconvenient truth to other people that need to take you out, then no, I think that says it all, doesn't it? But that's where we live in, this cowardly world of subterfuge and double crossings, I suppose. But life could be a lot worse. I mean, one thing making my videos has made me realise is that even in our town where we think it's a bit of a shithole, I suppose, our town is what we think, but the comments I get from foreigners, you know, Americans included and everything, you know, that it's really nice. And in the grand scheme of things, I suppose it is. You know, when I've sent videos and whatnot to Filipinos, when I've been walking around, or I've been talking to them, they've always said it's very clean around here. And it's not completely. You know, just walk past the smashed bottle just there. But when I've seen videos of other countries, I can sort of see why they would get that impression. Yeah, it's quite nostalgic as well, this walk. This walk would have been, a couple of years ago, I think, winter 2022. Yeah, when I was working up at Every up here, I'd walk up this way and down. And at that point, when I first started that job, I was in a lot of heartache from a relationship that had ended that year. But by the time I left, funnily enough, I didn't care anymore. So that's nice in one way. It still kind of reminds me of that breakup a little bit. It's good to not be, feeling like that anymore. And then last year, when I was working, I would, if I woke up in the middle of the night, because I worked on a night shift, sometimes I might sleep a bit funny. Say if I woke up at like 2 o'clock at night, or in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock, and I wasn't going to go back to sleep with nothing to do other than just watch YouTube. Might have woke up to the McDonald's up here. There's always, something, not nice, I suppose, but I don't know, nostalgic in retrospect. I would listen to some audiobooks I had about learning Cebuano as well, which helped speed up my learning of the language. Although I wouldn't, say I'm fluent. I know more than most Westerners anyway. So yeah. There isn't a lot of point to this video, it's just more me just making use of time. If you're interested in the channel's direction, in me as a person, you might find this video interesting. If you're more interested in my opinions on some of the things I've talked about, probably less interested in this video. But, I don't know. In some way, I'm just documenting the journey of my channel's creation and growth. These videos will always be worth to look back at some point. I remember, when I was skint and trying to my best to make ends meet while things started coming in. Because this will work one day, the whole YouTube thing. The more I do it, one day it will. It's sort of, as long as you don't do things to sabotage your own career, like Bitboy Crypto and some of these people, some of the people who, get accused of doing things with women or even then other younger people. You should probably just stay clear of anybody over the internet. If you've not met them in real life and seen their ID and dated them a few times with no intercourse involved, probably just best of leaving it alone. But anyway, as long as you don't do stuff like that and you're just consistently uploading, there's no reason it won't work. I'm under no illusion that I'll ever be the biggest creator. I don't think so. No, I don't think I'll ever be the biggest creator in any niche. Never mind, just totally, But with the way things are changing in the media landscape, there's going to be more and more, especially British people, that tune off from the mainstream media, i.e., not paying their TV license, and we'll look for other entertainers. This is where the future is. Maybe not specifically on YouTube. It's the best place to start, no doubt, but you have to progress off there and open up accounts on Rumble, etc., which I'll do in good time. There's just so much to this, I don't know, I don't like calling it this, but influencer we'll call it. I hate that term, but that's what it gets called a lot. There's just so much to it. You can't do everything all at once. You gotta kind of do what you can when you can, to the best of your ability. You're gonna make mistakes. That's what I'm just doing now, making sure all my mics are plugged in. So I did that on that podcast I've just recorded. I messed up the audio. I forgot to plug the actual transceiver that's on top of the camera here on the hot shoe that communicates to my lapel mic. I forgot to plug that into the camera when we were recording the podcast. So I've got the audio from the camera and loads of reverb from the room. But you know, you progress. I'm sure it'll be fine. Mick himself is not so much a technical person, so I don't think he's really going to hone in on the audio too much. I've raised it with him and let him know in case he wanted to film it again. He said it's fine. Yeah, you maybe see as well why I've wanted to come out this time. I'm sure this is one of my mates here. No, it is. It's the squeeze, lad! Oh, I tipped the camera too far. Or one of the lads. Yeah, lovely sunset. I mean, it's already gone down, Mike, but still enough sunlight for me to get a quick video out before I get to McDonald's. Timed it just well. Yeah. Yeah, dear. I'm going to take a different route actually than what I normally do. I'm going to cross over here. I'm going to go by all the bungalows where it's nice and quiet. Less people around. Now this sounds weird, but I don't like people hearing what I'm saying when I'm out recording. Just strange because I'm going to put it on the internet. In fact, more people are going to hear what I'm saying. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe other people can relate if they're creators. Do you dislike people hearing what you're saying as you're walking around? This is a very peculiar quirk. I expected it being a lot busier up this road when I was walking up here. But to give you guys some value anyway, in case you're watching this, do the things that you think you should do, you know, if you've got an interest in life. Now's the time, man. Now is the time. And now I'm checking the camera and I shouldn't, but now is the time. You know, in the next few years, a lot of your jobs are going to be disappearing. Start now. Doesn't mean quit your job now, but you know, if you've had a book you wanted to write for years, start now. Get AI to help you. No, I'm of the opinion as long as you're feeding it the information, still overall your story, even if you're getting the AI to help. Because you're going to have to edit it, you're going to have to change what it said. It hallucinates some things, so. Oh my days. Dog walkers everywhere. This is like the worst time to have come out and be avoiding people. They're everywhere. Nice and quiet down here for a little while anyway. Maybe not for too long. been over outside their houses and slamming car doors and driving past, and here we know what I'm saying. There's people nebbing out of the windows, like, but you know, I do often wonder if any of them are still watching mainstream media up here. I was trying, no, it's a bit rude. If you can see the TV from outside, it's interesting to see people still watching mainstream media, or if they've got YouTube on. So I see a lot of boomers with YouTube on these days. No, they're watching some game show. Although that is something that's missing, isn't there? There's no game shows on YouTube. No creators have started doing that thing yet. I mean, by the time I get to a sufficient size, I'll make one. If nobody else is doing one, why not? Not really my thing I want to do, but if there isn't any, why not? Why not a creator-made game show? I'm not gonna get into our socks. If somebody watches this video from the village, then misrepresents what I mean, I'll leave it. As you can see, oh, maybe you can't. The camera's still pretty good. It's getting a lot more dull in real life. It's not quite as easy to see anymore. Well, it is. What it just means it's dropping dull. That's what I'm trying to say. It's weird when you press record on a camera. It starts saying weird shit. Like a lot of my videos, I sign off saying toodaloo. Never say that in real life. Never say toodaloo to people. But for some reason, when I make YouTube videos, it's something I do. So yeah, I'm both dreading and looking forward to tomorrow. I'm actually dreading that nobody's going to come up and talk to me all day. So that's most likely the scenario, but something will come out of it eventually. You know, it is meant to be for me and the community. You know, obviously I benefit because I make content, but hopefully the community should benefit if people's voices are elevated. Maybe they go viral for something they say, and lots of people agree. Who knows? I mean, I personally feel one day people will come up to me and thank me for what I'm about to endeavour to do. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe nobody will ever say it. Well, this is why these videos are important to refer back to, you know, in a more vlog style format. You can hear kids. This is never good, because they always want to know what I'm doing and want to try and get in on the video. I don't want children in my videos. You know, no, obviously not a very clever thing to be doing, is it, really? Let's be honest. Even if I'm innocent, you know. Camera and children. No, bad idea. I think they've got away from me though. It is a nostalgic walk though. Wouldn't normally come down this road, to be fair. It's getting a bit too close to where my ex-girlfriend lives, to be honest. But I'm not going down that road because there's absolutely no reason to. Which is nice in one way. No, I have no reason to accidentally ever walk down the road. I have to walk past where she works though, which is annoying. Sometimes I take like a long arc round, so I have to walk past. Because although I know I'm fine, you know what women are like. You know, Adam keeps walking past work. So yeah, I avoid all that by going the long way around a lot of the time. Famous chip shop there from Kez. Stop kicking that thee. Sure, that's the line. I might have misquoted it slightly. I'm sure that's the line. I would go through the park, but the likelihood of there being children there, far too great. I'll go the long way around. This is something that I don't think women ever have to fucking think about. Like, how can I not look like a creep? So, anybody will tell you, like, obviously, I'm not, and many men aren't, but it's something we have to think about. You're walking behind a woman for a prolonged amount of time, start thinking like, oh man, she thinks I'm following her, even though we're not. Yeah, I know there's many things women have to think about that men don't. Like, am I safe on a date? I mean, we do sometimes, but probably not as much as women, vice versa. It's like the worst road I could have been on at the minute. It's rush hour though. Not many people in Star yet. It's just a bit too early. That is one of the more popular places. Although when I've been in, I've not enjoyed it because it's always too warm in there. I'll offend some people that are regulars in there, but that's why it's your regular, not mine. Plus it's miles away from where I live. Well, not miles, but far enough away to make it not a local. Let's get you some long action on it. Wah. That is immensely heavy now, though. The camera's all the way out on the end of the. That's even as far as it extends as well. Actually goes a lot further. Thought I'd give you a different angle, though. Everybody's busy, heading places, heading home, heading out to shop, heading to the pub, heading to the McDonald's. This will be the first McDonald's I've eaten in months as well. But, I just finished the project. Hopefully Mick likes the upload, I don't have to re-edit it and stuff. I think it'll be fine. I'm not really fancying the whole re-editing malarkey. Oh, I'll have to go up here, there's somebody walking opposite way. Don't really want to walk past pubs though, there's people outside them. Do you know what pissheads are like? Oh, wait a minute. We'll be in the video. We're live streaming. Never had these things said, but, I can imagine that's the sort of brain dead things pissheads all say. I do have memories of getting drunk up here as a teenager as well, to be honest. Could say a bit more as well, I don't know. It'd probably be snarl snitching if I did though. So I'm not saying anything. So if you want to ever know more, maybe you have to subscribe and maybe I'll mention it in the future, but at the minute, no such inclination. Excuse me. For you foreigners in the UK, that's what you're meant to do in your burp. Meant to say, excuse me. If you don't like that, piss off somewhere else. That's what we do here. This is what the issues we're having in our country is you guys not obeying our culture. And yes, it's the little things like that as well that make a difference. See what it's like around here. Nobody really outside the pubs. Now this it will be the worst road for sound. Although this road used to be a lot busier back in the day before Every opened, and the new road that I've forgotten the name for opened. Absolutely heaving. No joke, it's not really even that much, but you know, you can tell it's rush hour at the same time. There's definitely a increase of traffic. Nobody at Cross Keys either. Slacking all you pub goers. I say although I'm not watching the camera completely, some of the colours I can see are very nice. I think they've spotted me. Maybe the one of you on. Do you want to be on YouTube? Hey. So it's either complimentary or bad, isn't it? But I would say if they're doing the like ridicule thing, where you're behind the curve, undoubtedly they do jobs that will be absorbed by AI. Then in 5 years they'll be scrambling to do something similar to this. You know, a lot of the ideas I am utilising and others utilising will be old hats, won't work. I'll have to find the new ideas. You know, and if you're watching this from the future, this isn't me like gloating. This is me just trying to be educational. You know? Well, I'm not infallible. I have a habit of being a sage with some sort of things. But I can definitely tell you that most of you watching this will lose your jobs or have lost your job due to AI. So you best start developing a personality and figuring out how to market yourself. Because, you know, the council tax and everything ain't going to care if you lost your job. And you know, I can't guess too much of what people's attitudes are from just like maybe laughing as they see me recording, but you would think that they'd probably be negative and dismissive. You know, sort of like when maybe back in like the 90s when people were trying to make bands and get big, and it happened. You know, some big bands like Kasabian. You know, you maybe argue the late 2000s, but I imagine the band formed in the 90s. You know, and a lot of bands will have failed at that point. Most people do fail in their endeavours. But if you've got true talent and you're consistent, there's no reason that you'll fail. You will succeed eventually. You know, and I will. You'll be able to see this video one day in the past. You'll be like, wow, this guy were a loser and turned it around. Yeah, so can you. Not that I think I'm a loser, but that's definitely the, the perception of people exterior-wise. I eat retards. That's their opinions, but I'd be an idiot to not acknowledge that that's what they think, whether they're right or wrong, which they're obviously wrong. And right, I'm going to leave this one here anyway. It's getting dark. I'm getting near the McDonald's. It's going to start getting busy because I'm getting near the bypass, which will just be absolute mayhem. It'll probably take me about 10 minutes to cross. So I'll see you in the next one. Toodaloo.